In the news tonight, federal government launches new framework and introduces injection to reduce tuberculosis mortality rate. Nigerian women intensify call for passage of special seats for women bill. Correspondent examines health implications of changing weather patterns in Nigeria. Hello and welcome to the news desk at 7 on Nta Ijebu Ode. My name is Ifeoluwa Ashalu and here are the details of our bulletin. The European Union has launched a new project to support Nigeria's agricultural sector. The initiative, which was activated in Abuja, focuses on smart agriculture, climate resilience, and capacity building. Musa Baba Aliyu report.
This symbolizes Nigeria's acceptance and appreciation of the European Union's support through the unveiling of the Agricultural Twinning Project. The €1 million initiative aims to strengthen Nigeria's agricultural and food systems. It will provide technical support and capacity building in reviewing the National Agricultural Resilience Framework.
This project responds directly to that need. It will support a comprehensive review of the National Agricultural Resilience Framework Policy, the NAF, and related climate-smart agriculture policies. It will identify key gaps and provide practical recommendations to strengthen implementation.
The Minister of State for Agriculture and Food Security, Dr. Aliusabi Abdullahi, said the partnership will help address recurring issue of Nigerian agricultural produce being rejected in the European market.
As part of the reform in the ministry, we have agencies now and institutions that together will constitute the core of efforts we're going to make to break some of these challenges, particularly the issue of reject.
The project will be implemented by a consortium of public institutions and experts from Austria, the Czech Republic, and Latvia. Musa Baba Aliyu, NTA News.
The National HIV Prevention Plan 2026 to 2030, aimed at reducing the new infection by 90% by the year 2030, has been presented to key stakeholders in the fight against HIV/AIDS. Elizabeth Omoruri for their overall well-being.
Stream of the National HIV Plan 2026 to 2030. It targets over 68 million adolescents and young people aged 10 to 24 who currently have little or no HIV risks. It is also hinged on 6 internal values. The national plan, the DG NACA explains, takes a whole of society approach.
We need to dismantle the silos that we have built around the national response and to integrate HIV prevention objectives into the annual strategic plans of every ministry, department, and agencies.
This document is also designed to help mitigate current and future risks of HIV infections.
The plan maintains a dual-track approach. The Federal Ministry of Health and Social Welfare retains its solemn responsibility for the elimination of vertical transmission.
Young people can be skilled to take the right decisions. That is really very important.
To operationalize this, experts insist that school clubs must be supported and the private sector expected to leverage existing frameworks for implementation of the plan. Elizabeth Omori, NTA News.
In another development, as tuberculosis remains a leading cause of death among people living with HIV, the federal government has launched a multi-sectoral accountability framework and introduced the injectable lenacapavir pre-exposure prophylaxis, LenPrep reduced mortality. Elizabeth Omori again reports that Minister of Health and Social Welfare, Professor Mohammed Ali Patel, made this known at a presentation as part of activities marking the 2026 World Tuberculosis Day organized by the National AIDS, Viral Hepatitis and STIs Control Program of the Ministry.
Minister has
A new ray of hope for persons living with HIV and tuberculosis. The unveiling of the multi-sectoral accountability framework for TB and lenacapavir for the prevention of HIV is a significant milestone in that direction. The move reinforces an urgency to accelerate the target of ending TB and HIV before 2030. The Coordinating Minister of Health and Social Welfare says the unveiling of the Lenacapavir brings about a renewed commitment and determination to save more lives.
With the support of our partners like the Global Fund and all the technical partners are here, I assure you that the government of Nigeria will continue to double down so that in the long run, we not only demonstrate, but we end these three diseases. It is possible, and yes, we can.
The Global Fund ambition is to reach 2 million people with lenacapavir by the end of 2028. Nigeria will receive 179,700 doses.
Ending TB in Nigeria implementing partners believe can be achieved through effective advocacy and partnership.
If you have a cough that lasts for 2 weeks or more, do not wait. Visit the nearest health facility, get tested, and get treated. The ABC of HIV prevention, which is abstinence.
With this move, Nigeria has become the first country to develop a TB multi-sectoral accountability framework application. Elizabeth Omori, NT.
Nigerian pensioners led by the President Nigerian Union of Pensioners, Godwin Abumse, have continued to win praises on President Bola Ahmed Tinubu for prompt payment of pension and outstanding liabilities. This was during the NITEL and MTEL Delegate Conference held in Abuja. Joseph Otsen report.
He released 528 billion and also 728 billion to cater for the payment of all your arrears of salary of pension. We will all stand up and give the President of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, DCFR, 3 bossas for doing this. To the President of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, bossa, bossa, bossa.
President of the Nigerian Union of Pensioners leading other pensioners from the Nigerian Telecommunications Limited, NITEL, and Mobile Telecommunications Limited, MTEL, to laud what they say are federal government's pragmatic efforts to address long-standing challenges of Nigerian retirees. Aside payment of pension arrears and increments, they were also impressed with other social safety nets, such as free health insurance and restoration of gratuity for federal civil servants.
You know, as pensioners, all the monies we get, even though it's our due, is only for feeding and for transport, for medicine. That's all we need the money for.
10.66%, 2015, 12.95%, 2020 is being owed 50%. They are paid 50%.
The meeting culminated in the election of Prince Ikenna Bianaga as new national president of the NITEL MTEL Pensioners Association. In Abuja, Joseph Utsen, NTA News.
This is the news text at 7 on Nta Ijebu Ode. The news will continue after the short break. Please stay with us.
Nta Ijebu Ode, your heritage station.
Nigeria Television Authority, Nta Ijebu Ode Heritage Station. A station that updates you on latest information, news, people day-to-day activities. We promote Nigeria culture. We bring to you educative programs and talk shows for young and old. We give you latest updates from the world of sports. We also bring to you updates from the entertainment world. We are the best among the rest. We are available on StarTimes Channel 103 and UHF 63.
Nta Ijebu Ode, your heritage station.
Thank you for staying tuned. Nigerian women have intensified calls for the passage of the Special Seats for Women Bill across all levels of government to enhance good governance and gender equality. The appeal was made by members of the Nigerian League of Women Voters during an advocacy visit to lawmakers in Ogun East Senatorial District. Anthony Ganduno has the details.
Nigerian League of Women Voters. Nilo. Nigerian League of Women Voters. Nilo. Nigerian League of Women Voters. Nilo.
Alongside their representatives, the women group Nigerian League of Women Voters, in a peaceful protest, visited House of Representatives offices in Ijebu Ode and Shagamu, pressing home their demands. They called on their representatives to mobilize support among their colleagues in the House of Representatives and the Senate for the smooth passage of the bill. The women who expressed displeasure over gender imbalance in both elective and political appointments demanded the passage of the special seat for women bill.
After the election, after the voting, the seats that are meant for the women, before you know it, will be shifted to the men. So that's why we have come out to express our mind, to express our feelings to our leaders, that in this coming election, we want the voice of the women to be heard. And every seat that have been meant for women politically, we want it to be given to us.
It is high time that they give us the position that belongs to us. We women, we do most of the work. 74 seats that we can handle, at least. Let us be among.
Responding, representative aides described their demand as well grounded in facts.
Their population is more than men times 3 times 4. So I believe it's okay for a woman to protest on their needs.
Nigerian League of Women Voters is a pressure group committed to pressing gender imbalance in the country. In Ijebu Ode, Anthony Gandonu, NTA News.
Across many parts of Nigeria, residents are grappling with rapidly changing weather conditions. Intense heat in the daytime, followed by sudden rainfall or dusty winds. Could it be that Nigerians are experiencing two different weather conditions at once, with little certainty about what tomorrow holds? In this report, Musa Babaliyo again takes a look at the weather, the changes, and as well as health implications.
From the early morning traffic jam to busy offices and crowded markets, the scorching heat and the rising temperatures are the biggest headache.
It is after 12 here in Kepi, Nasarawa State, and the temperature is already above 35 degrees Celsius, while humidity remains 39%.
This vegetable seller in the market says his tomatoes and peppers spoil fast if I don't keep spraying them with water. But the real struggle comes at night, when thick humidity hangs in the air and power cuts make everything feel even hotter.
The weather is very harsh. So, because of the electric nature of the electricity, people do find it very difficult to even sleep at night soundly.
The Nigerian Meteorological Agency (NIMET) has confirmed that the 2025-2026 Harmattan season was one of the weakest ever recorded. It arrived late and barely touched many areas, all because of climate change.
Both daytime and nighttime temperatures are predicted to be warmer than the long-term average over most parts of the country in January, February, March, and May 2026.
Now we are caught in the middle. Warm, moist air rolling from the Atlantic Ocean, while Sahara dust still hangs around.
We have experienced rainfall about 2 or 3 times now. So actually, I don't know whether we are in a Harmattan or whether the Harmattan has gone. So what we are facing now is heat.
The sky, you see it cloudy, and sometimes we even get drizzles, like it's going to be a rain or it's a rainy season. So I think it's just mix of all the three together. I don't know how to put it. Maybe somebody, an expert, can explain this one.
Between these two patterns. So as a result of this, we now have this kind of scenario that the Harmattan has now become weak. And because the Harmattan is weak now, so which means other local air that is being generated from burning of this, from burning of vehicles, burning of firewoods and some other, and all this that we are emitting is what is now dominating the landscape now. So that is essentially the situation we are in now.
Health experts warn of rising cases of respiratory problems from the dust and heat exhaustion from the high humidity. Visibility is also dropping sharply. 11 states have now been placed on alert for possible outbreaks of cerebrospinal meningitis, with residents advised to stay alert and take preventive measures. In a public health advisory NIMET listar Sokoto, Zamfara, Kebbi, Katsina, Kano, Jigawa, Adamawa, Gombe, Bauchi, Yobe and Borno State as currently facing an increased likelihood of meningitis outbreaks.
NIMET is issuing daily advisories and urging Nigerians to stay hydrated and wear masks on dusty days and avoid peak afternoon heat. Until the skies stabilize, one thing is certain, every Nigerian now wakes up asking the same question: what weather will today bring? In Abuja, Musa Baba Aliyu, NTA News.
That completes our news text for tonight on Nta Ijebu Ode. Stay tuned for your broadcaster Ayomide Ogunkombi and join the rest of your night.